Hello, Williamson County Emergency Services. It's Tania Glenn, and I'm bringing you the fourth brief today in this series we are producing for the COVID-19 outbreak. Today I want to talk to you about what happens if you are quarantined and how best to manage through a very tough time. The first thing I want to acknowledge is that these are very tough times. Right now, we are not only dealing with the outbreak, we're also dealing with the fact that it's summer. Our hot calls are hot again. We have turned to the typical violence and the drownings and the chaos and the events involving children that happened during the summer. And so we really are facing really tough times. So we've got this little double whammy working. So now more than ever, it's really important to manage your stress. If you enter into a quarantine, what I want you to do is remember that self-care is absolutely vital. The first thing is get informed. Speak to your doctors as often as you need to. Get as much good, solid information as you can. There is a lot of conflicting information, and so you really need to tune into how that's impacting you and really mitigate and minimize how much conflicting information you're getting. But speak to your doctors and speak to your trusted sources as often as you need to. Communicate with your loved ones. Don't isolate, don't shut down. Now more than ever, as families are facing this adversity, it's important to communicate how you're doing, what your thoughts are, how you're responding to this, and really stay in touch with each other to make sure that you're doing okay. Talk to your children. The thing about kids is that when they're very young, they tend to agree with adults. In other words, they'll tell you, yeah, I understand, and you may be using words that are really beyond their vocabulary level. So the best way to reassure your kids is to ask them, what are their worries? What are their concerns? What is their perception? And then base your response on their interpretation of this event. Otherwise, kids will agree with adults and then they'll go away and be a little more confused than they were before, and that will increase their anxiety. So we really want to make sure we're communicating with our kids at age-appropriate levels. Stick to your normal schedule as much as you can. Get up at the same time and go to bed at the same time every day. Take a shower, get dressed. Don't spend the whole day in your pajamas. That's really tempting. But go outside, get some sun, really, build in some good routines so that your days are fairly full and you're not just kind of sitting around with a sort of a blank mind and a lot of frustration. Maintain your positive attitude. Attitude is everything. When we approach something with a can-do attitude, there's no stopping us. It's amazing how much your attitude will impact your mood. So really stay focused on the fact that you can and will get through this. Consider how in the past you have faced adversity. You have experienced things as a first responder and you have gotten through adversity already in your life. And this is another example of how you're going to do that. What we look for with resilient people is the fact that you look at your life and you say, well, I've gotten through tough things in the past and I'm going to get through this as well. And that's really important. That's part of that can-do attitude. Stay in touch with your friends and family. FaceTime, Zoom, whatever you need to do, just really do that contact day to day. Let them lift your spirits. If they try to lift your spirits, let that happen because that's really important. Exercise regularly. If you're not, make sure you speak to your doctor first, but exercise is really big bang for the buck in terms of your mental health, and that's really important. Don't rely too heavily on TV and social media to pass the time. It is tempting. It is also kind of a brain suck, right? So really, truly, maybe think in terms of the things that stimulate your mind, like reading and games and activities with your family or activities online that you can do that are really healthy and sort of stimulate your mind to think in different directions and get your imagination going. Set your daily goals. Have goals every day. If you're quarantined for 2 weeks, set daily and weekly goals and achieve those goals, right? Don't lose sight of the fact that this will be over. This is not forever and ever. This too shall pass. Don't forget that. Sometimes when we start something that seems ominous, we forget that there's a finish line. So don't forget that. Get your home projects done. Get all the things done that you have put off for years, right? Clear out the Tupperware drawer. Take those goals and get them done. Finally, reach out for help if you need it. That is so very important. You can FaceTime therapy right now, you can Zoom, you can call. It is so important that if you're struggling that you reach out for help and you get it. And that will really help you run through that finish line and get through a quarantine as healthy as possible. Bottom line, stay resilient, you guys. This is so very important. We are really facing crazy tough times. So just remember that the more resilient you stay, the stronger you come out on the flip side. And that's so important to remember. You guys, please take care of yourselves. Let us know if you have any questions. Reach out to us if you need help. We are here for you. We absolutely adore you, and we thank you every day for what you do in the service to others.